Good evening all. Are we live? I think we are. How are we doing? Hey, dear me, what a stress this has been to get to this point, to be live streaming on a Monday night. Our usual Monday night stream. Deary, deary me, what a day we've had. Right, let's get ourselves set up in here. Let me double check just before we do or go any further. Let me double check the score here. Right, we need 2 racing tyre, both being used. Let's start on the hard tyres. Tyre wear was at what? ×5. I've done a little bit of, not quali practice, but just a little bit of practice. As you can see, based on our stream last week, we've had an absolute disaster. And we've had a DR reset, or a bit of a DR, like, very big nudge back, and we've had an SR kind of reset. So, goodness knows the lobby that we're in at the moment. As we can see, everyone's got horrendous internet. So this is going to be... This is... Oh no, what have I done? That was a bit silly. This is going to be a belter, I'm sure. Right, King of the Night, how are we doing? Hope we're all good. Check, check, check. Is this on? Right, can you hear the game audio first of all? Because we've had to... It's been a bit glitchy, so we've had to keep muting and unmuting it. I'm just going to do that anyways. Let me know that if you can hear that and that's working. Right. Box after 5 to 6 laps. Is that the case if we're starting on the hard tyres? Is that the case? And we go a little bit longer on the mediums, or do we do the longer stint on the hard tyres? Right, let's find out how this goes then. We are in the RCF. I do really, really like this car. And it seems like it's back up top performing well. Audio-wise, are we all good? Or do we need to turn any volumes up and down and all that sort of stuff? Let me know if you'd be ever so kind. Oh, we're going to be on the inside there. Krampus, I'm so sorry. I thought we were going to end up getting through there. It didn't seem like he was moving at all. Right, let's try and... Bit more volume on the game or on me? Which do you need, or which do you reckon? Is Bruce going to go wide here? No, he's not. He's all good. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, everyone's gone. This is before we've even got to the chicane. This is before we've even got to the death chicane. Oh my god. Look at the state of that lobby. Oh no. Alright, we're going to be up to P11, but we've had to back off. We've had to crawl all the way through. Decide for ourselves to put the yellow flags out there. And now we are quite the gap behind everybody else. Voice needs to go up just a little bit. Okie dokie. Tell you what I will do. Nudge the game audio down just a smidge as well. Right, we're round and into turn 1 with that position there. Let's try and keep going a little bit deep into the first half of that chicane. Great balance, I think, just all the way to the rear in terms of trying to protect tyre wear. Not a good exit. Right, and then in terms of ourselves trying to have a slightly better race or a better stream tonight, for everyone that knows, that's been tuned into the last few, oh, we've had an absolute disastrous few weeks of streaming and racing. Like, seriously disastrous. Oh, Krampus, no. And it looks like it's set to continue on that note, doesn't it? That's just wonderful, that is. This is honestly all that I felt like we've had for the past, oh God, 2-3 months. I don't feel like I've had a good, what I would consider a good stream. Now, they're all good streams because I always appreciate being able to come on here and having a few people join in the chat and have a laugh and all that sort of stuff. But a good stream in the sense of racing, I don't think we've had that for a long, long time now. We're going to try and make this one as good as we can, though. I'm not doing this middle sector very well, am I? Not at all. Big Dog's playing video games. How are we doing? I'm going to try and read that comment properly. I don't just want to skim over it. Give me just a minute to navigate this very bright green Porsche in front. Audio's fine is the first bit, so that's encouraging. Thank you so much. Let me try and catch that on the next next straight if we can do. Just picked up the Logitech G29 wheel for the PS5. Oh, get in. Yeah, you'll absolutely love that. The G29 is a mega wheel. Everyone thinks this is the G29 because it looks very, very similar with the blue, especially with the blue bar up in the middle there. Very similar wheel. You have a great weekend all week. Absolutely. You too, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by to say hello. I'm sure you will absolutely love the G29. It is a mega wheel. I used to have the G29 and then we switched it out for this, but as I say, very similar wheels. The G29 is awesome. Whoa, there's someone else gone. Right, we want a top 8 finish for a positive DR result, which we've not had one of them in a long, long time. That's what you want. Just want to get hooked onto the curbs to try and kind of put the car on rails effectively. Isaac Johnson, webcam quality. Aha, see, now that this is not the 6400. I think it's the 64 I've got. That's on the other one. That's with the nice lens on it. This one is the crap one. This is the M200. You can have this one if you want. Right, try and get past this Porsche. We've got 2 laps before we come into the pits. Oh, there we go. We'll have P8 there. That'll do. Isaac, you'll be glad to know Pip has won the car, has won the Mazda on the giveaway. Or Kale won it, but Pip's claimed dibs. And we're going to go back to Teesside Autodrome and put the car back around the track. I'm sure you'll be glad to know. Right, P6, but we've got a couple of people into the pits. Closing gap a little bit to P1 as well. Right, closing these down. So you have to go back with me, preferably. probably get more views without me on it, on the video, to be fair. Just Pip driving around Teesside Autodrome by herself. That was close. Oh, no. No, no. I thought one of them was, at least one of them was going to go into the pits. Right, there's Krampus, who binned us off earlier. Straight down the middle. That's what I nearly done. That is what I did do in that M4 in the actual real world at Croft the other week. Legitimately is what I did. Right, when we come into the pits now, we'll obviously not be P4. See how many places that we've lost. Steady. Steady. Right, we'll come into the pits now then. Right, Jammy's in as well on the hard tyres, so going on to the mediums. Affinity Racing hater as well. Number one hater, yeah. I can't think of anything witty to say quickly enough while trying to concentrate. No! P12 is not good enough for me. I didn't think we would have lost that many places going into the pits. We've got the pace on the actual lobby itself though. Right, let's try and catch up, try and get into P8. Dipstick. Calm. Don't be a plonker all your life. That is proper sketchy, that. What a horrible, horrible, horrible corner. Right, is there anyone else still to go in? There's people that pitted really early on in the race, aren't there? So they'll have surely be coming till the end of their stint on the mediums, or the life of the mediums. Right, we've got the pace on the lobby. We're closing into the leader at the minute. Fastest sectors. Only a few tenths off the actual fastest lap. Not like that we won't be, but we do have these guys in front. Try and tag slipstreams off these, I think. Don't bin it in front of me here. Do not bin it in front of me. I'm going to have to lift just in case. We still take it quicker around the outside. We'll have this for P10. Yeah, P10. Steady as we can on throttle. There we go. Someone on the mediums coming in. So they've managed to do 9 laps. Going to have that position. We'll be into P9. We've set fastest lap. P8 in front. So when you end up on the curbs there, you're trying to put like 0 steering angle in. Otherwise you are going the opposite way. Mahim, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Let me catch that comment as soon as I can, which is not going to be in this sector of the track. Bear with me, buddy. 2 minutes. Oh, this guy's gone off. That's an interesting line. Oh, it's an even more interesting line back on. He just managed to not fly straight back onto the track, which is good. Right, big group of cars there, 4 or 5 cars. That might actually be down, or technically up to the podium, I think. Might be. Yeah, definitely needs second gear out there as well. That's it. Hope the series kicks off and gets you the money. Is that what that says? Give me 2 seconds, see if I can read that properly. Will I give the BMW away? The BMW, unfortunately, we are going to have to sell because the pilot series will not be going out. Yeah, that will not be going out until November. So before then we've still got other filming that we need to do. So the idea was to buy the BMW and the Mazda and then raise enough money that would then kind of like fund one of the other episodes that we need to do. So yeah, we'll probably be or we'll have to sell the BMW normally, which we've just listed this week. Or we'll try and get this one. Yeah, which we've just listed this week. And then we get the money from the crowdfunder from the Mazda, and then hopefully between them. Oh, that's another moment. Thank God for ghosting. between them two, we'll then be able to fund the next video, which is either going to be buying another cheap car, or yeah, well, we haven't decided yet, but we still got quite a. We don't have as much time as we did a few months ago. So yeah, we need to get moving with it. To be fair, we've only got a couple more episodes to do. We filmed 3 out of the 5. The 5th one, we're waiting to hear back from Porsche to be able to do a video with Porsche, but they kind of need to get a bit of a move on. So I've said to them, if you're going to say yes, that's amazing, and we really, really, really want to do the videos with you, but it has to be on our terms because we need to get this filmed. But Porsche are very busy. September, October, November is when they get all their shipments in, especially landing in the UK on the new car regs and stuff like that. So whether or not they'll be able to help us out with that one, I don't know. A cheap car, yeah, a Porsche doesn't sound, yeah, so we're going to do some actual test drives, like actual car review videos. We were going to do some videos of some of the Porsches, which would have been nice, but that might be a one for kind of like the series, a proper series next year, rather than this pilot series. Might be, we don't know. We'll need to have that filmed by the end of October, but that doesn't look like that's going to be happening. So we got a couple of backup ideas. One is where we are. So I don't know if many people know this. I didn't even know that this existed, but there is a track, a hill climb track in Scarborough, which is not too far from us, about an hour and a half drive from my house to Scarborough, where there is a track, an actual open public track. So it's England's answer, or the UK's answer to the Nürburgring. So the track is open to the public. It's a free public actual road, and then it gets closed off for hill climb events at certain points throughout the year. And we have been down to scope it all out. We're going to do a video on that as well, so that'll be really cool, because it's a really cool, interesting track, and it is up very, very high. The drops are pretty scary. You wouldn't get me racing up there, I can tell you that. Right, is this a PESU or PSU guy? Is he actually being into the pits, or is he just rapid quick? I know we had an off, but apart from losing that time, we've not had too many other incidents. And we've been quicker than him throughout most of this race as well. So I wonder if he's just not pitted. I wonder. We'll soon see when other people start crossing the line. So otherwise we might get P4 here. A few more people. No, he's not got a penalty, so he has done that legitimately. Fair enough. Right, I'm just going to very quickly put the aircon on. Right. Okie dokie. Yeah, just don't do a Richard Hammond. Yeah, exactly. Especially when it's not my car. Not that I would want to drive my car off a cliff, but especially if it was a very nice Porsche. Oh, we wouldn't want to drive that off a cliff, would we? Right, well, we had no rage quits in that race, so that's good. Better than normal. All very good. All very good. Right, sometimes a DR reset's all we need, isn't it? Right, I'm going to stick with, and I'll probably be in this most of the night, I'm going to stick with the RCF. If people will reserve judgment, I'm probably going to stick with the Lexus. This is where I start referencing Alan Partridge and nobody knows what I'm talking about. Right, do we do another one starting from the back, or shall we try and set a quali time? Get your thoughts in. What do you want? Quali or from the back? Quali or from the back? Suggestions in, or just first person to comment is what we'll go with. Night of the Night says try quali. And try quali we shall. Set a time, Mahim says as well. Let's do it then. Right, this means you can't judge me if we bin it, because I'm going to try and push as much as we can. Right, and we should hopefully get a time, enough time to do 2 laps. We might just have enough time to do 2 laps. That always feels like such a slow corner there. I think there is a way to just try and shave a bit more time out of that. Yeah, internet strangers do nothing but judge. Yeah, exactly. Right, 38.4. That's quicker than our fastest lap in the race. It doesn't feel too bad. It'll be almost a 10th up on our time there. Yeah, 10th up. There we go. That's good. Damn it. Damn it. Right, we'll catch that time back up. Ah, no! Lost all that time. Lost all that time. Might as well try and take that flat. Yeah, there we go. That was always going to be the first time we hit the chicane tonight. The first time that I try and take that corner flat. Trying too hard there. That's all right though. I will take a. I'll take a 38.4. We just judge you hard for that. Exactly. Exactly. All the judgment in the comments. I can feel that definitely. Fun times when you try and do quali around here. So difficult. So difficult. Let me just see what this email says. I think we've got a client trying to pinch work that they haven't paid for. Shall we name and shame? Oh, I didn't change tyres. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Didn't change tyres. Yeah, we just got done by the def chicane, John, just before you came on there, I think, if you're asking. Hit the def chicane yet? Yeah, we just done that. Right, we're starting on the mediums then. I was too distracted by, I thought the client. I thought someone was trying to rip us off. Ben texted me saying, have they actually paid for this? Right, we are P4 though, so we're in a good spot. Let's try and get on the podium. You know, we could aim higher and say let's try and win the race, considering they're like less than a second up the road, but we'll also try and be realistic. I would rather have started on the hard tyres here. Audio-wise, is my audio definitely not like, is it not peaking? It's not kind of like going distorted when I'm talking. Just checking. Right, let's go. Brake balance all the way to the rear. Right, so we've got Porsches in front of us. We've got, I think, another Lexus. And then what's that at the front? Is that two GTRs maybe, actually? All the way around the outside. Yes, please. Oh, didn't quite work. Never mind. A bit too far, that one. Cool tyres and all that. Right, these side-by-sides... I was going to say it, never going to work. It's almost us that's never going to work. Oh, dearie me. Right, well, we've dropped down the order. We're P6. We lose 2 positions there. Not great. It's not the end of the world, though. Not the end of the world. Just a bit too much curve on that right-hander. You can take the curve, but you've either got to go over it completely or... nowhere near it. Fine margins, one of the two. Or one or the other. Right, there we go. Well, we said we'd make those positions back. We have got those positions back. If I was really tactical about this, I might bump draft this Mercedes. Oh, I thought one of them had to at least hit the wall. Stu, how we doing? Hope we're all good. Hope we're all good. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Oh, should have seen that on the radar there, actually. That's my fault, really. Right, see if this guy will work. Yes, he works with us. Not Australian. Is he, is that the same Australian racing that's often in our chat? I believe it might be. I don't know his online name. Oh, around the outside there is outrageous. Around the outside there is outrageous. Oh, get in. That was quite disrespectful, actually. That is... that guy might have a family, do you know what I mean? That is unbelievable stuff, that. 4P4. Probably the best overtake that you might see me get of this stream. Now, granted, he did make a mistake or was going very, very slow, but let's just ignore that and just accept that I got that one round the outside. Oh, I thought he was going to run very wide there. The stream has already peaked. Got to be careful here, because I'm trying to hold this one round the outside. Very respectful from the Italian here. Yeah, I'm just going to let him go in front. I just held the wider line. Try not to kill off too much pace. Just in case. Yes. Right, we made no contact with him there, just in case at any point that looked like we did. We absolutely did not. Just raw talent and pressure stacked up behind him was enough to make him bin it. We are racing well tonight, thank God. Right, the problem we're going to have, though, is that because we're on full tanks at the start, we're going to take the life out of the mediums a lot quicker. I felt like my pace on the hard tyres was actually all right, but we will need to be careful of that. We are faster at the minute than the race leader, though, which is good. Lift a lot there. We're going to lose a bit of time to the leader. I think we're close enough to him now, though, that we can consider this chasing down the lead of the race. 1.8, come on. I think he's a bit quicker on the straight, whatever car he's in. We need to be as quick as we can here, because once a couple of the fast drivers a little bit further back get themselves on the mediums and on lower fuel, been livery creating, nice. For which cars? Any exciting ones? We finally got some new decent cars, I think, as well in the new update, don't we? Coming to Gran Turismo, which is good. Try and take that one with as little steering input as possible, so that you're not absolutely blitzing the tyres at like 140 mile an hour. Right, the gap did nudge above 2 seconds, but we've got it back down to 1.8 now. Oh, that's a bit wide there. I've had to lift a lot. That's all right. Just within slipstream range, we might be just out. Did you end up racing last night, by the way, John? Sorry again, I couldn't be on, mate. I did, however, when Layla had gone to bed, managed to get a couple of games of FIFA in, which was good. We're trying a bit wide here. Here we go. We're on the back of him now. This looks promising. Got a, oh, I was just about to say he's got a handful of oversteer, and then we help ourselves to some as well. That's all good though. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that driving angle there. Here we go for the lead of the race. Good stuff. He is going to have the better exit here though, and possibly the run down to turn one. This is where we could end up losing quite a bit of time. I'm going to make my first move to the inside. Realistically, you want to be on the outside, because then that becomes the inside for turn two. That's as on the limit as you can get in terms of giving space to me. I couldn't have been given any less, but it is definitely enough. Great racing. Oh, we're still on the back of him. This is good racing. This we're in the RCF, John, in the Lexus. I drive a Lexus. I did say I would start with the Alan Partridge references that no one would be getting. Right, 1/10 in it. Here we go. Oh, he's going to go defensive. I'm going to hold him to the outside. See how he's going to try and move across to open up that line. I'm going to try and hold him to the inside line as much as possible. This guy in P3 getting in amongst it now as well. Oh, that's a late break. I hope he's going to give that place back. I hope he's going to give that place back. Yeah, he does do. I think that sounded like he was lifting off. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The Italian. Oh, that's not what we want. The Italian was on the hard tyres. So he's had really good pace there on the hard tyres. It explains why we've managed to catch up to him. But then the fact he's been able to hold on and battle is not very promising, is it? So he might be just a bit too quick for us when he comes out onto the mediums. Pit lap 11. It's probably not a bad shout, actually. But I am starting to lose a bit too much grip, I think, on the mediums. I think I would potentially be... probably not. Probably get one, maybe two more laps out of them. Yeah, I have to accept, though, I won't be battling for the race win, but it might be for podiums. It just depends how much benefit the guys behind have had, who've kind of started a little bit further back, but will now be on the mediums. There we go, a few more people in on the hard tyres as well. They're going like lap 8 to pit on the off the hards. I think you can get definitely more than that out the mediums. It's got to be worthwhile staying on the mediums a bit longer, surely. It is one of those tracks. There's a lot of front end grip needed, but if you can just drive it as smoothly as you possibly can, most of the time is not made up in the braking zones, is it? It's one of those tracks. This is a big one for braking zone, obviously. If you can just try and hold enough speed, that's where then lateral grip comes in on the tyres, to be fair, which at the minute the mediums aren't giving me much of. Should we go one more on the mediums, do we think? I reckon I could do one more. In fact, I mean, look at that. I'm only 2/10 off the pace there, really. 2/10 off the pace of my own fastest lap, which no one's managed to beat just yet, so it's not the end of the world to stay on one more lap maybe. See how this one goes. Oh, I was too busy looking at the timing board there. Too busy looking at the timing board. Completely missed the turning point. 17.8. 17.8. When we come out of the pits, in terms of the moment that we're actually in the pit lane, we'd be about two seconds, if we're lucky. Maybe it's 1.8, 1.9 in front. But we would obviously have a much slower run down to turn 1. So as soon as we get to turn 1, we'd be battling. He'd be out in front and we'd be having to try and get that back. 17.7. Yeah, that 1 second loss was mostly my fault on the... Oh, I thought that was going to be a big hit there. Right, I'm going to come in. I'm going to come into the pits now. Right, let's go. Right, onto the hard tyres. Come on. I think, if I'm right, I think we'll be 2 seconds in front at the moment we come out. Obviously, he'll then end up straight in front, so he will be in the lead by the time we hit turn 1. If my maths is right. If my maths is right. There we go. I said we'd be 2 seconds out from 1.9. I was absolutely bang on. I'm impressed myself with that. And then I said he will end up... There it is. He will end up in the lead just as we get to turn 1. So I am going to have to drive like mad on the hard tyres to try and win a battle with someone on the mediums. Can we do it? Can we do it? It's only going to be the slipstream that holds me in this race, to be fair. This current set of hard tyres now does have more grip, though, than the mediums that I was just on, in terms of the state of them by the time I came off them. Come on. One second, he's getting away now. That's a big mistake for him. Big mistake. A couple of tenths to be gained here. I was going to say, he's just going to brake probably as late as he dares for that corner to try and make up for any time lost. I'm a bit too keen in second gear out of turn 1, or the final turn, sorry. Oh, come on, 3 laps left. Second's still not bad if we can get second, but let's try and just keep chasing this guy down. He's took that corner so well. Look at the time that he's gained there. He's took that corner so unbelievably well. This is it now. I think he's got them tyres warmed up. He's got them sussed out, the mediums, knows how much more he can push. I think it's just going to be out of reach, this one, which is unfortunate. Which is definitely unfortunate. Tell you what, you probably weren't wrong. We could have actually stayed on the mediums another lap or two. I don't think we'd have lost another second or so on those last 2 laps that we've just done. Signature move pending. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me on the hard tyres now. Right, on the mediums, I think our reference point, by the way, is until we are lapping in the 140s on the mediums, stay on the hard, stay on them, basically, before we go on to the hards. There you go, and now the guy in front has just beaten our, he's just done it on that lap there, just beaten our fastest lap. Yeah, 10 to 11 laps on the mediums, it probably is actually doable. Maybe if we're going to be really clever about it, we do the stint on the hard tyre first on lap 1 and then do the rest of the race as an almighty undercut. Oh, he's had an issue, he's had an issue. We're closing in on him here. Oh, here we go. He's got damage, he's got damage. Here we go, who knows? Right, we're in the lead of the race now. Now we just need to defend it. He's obviously... Oh, that's a tap, that's a tap. I'm going to let him go to the inside here. I'm going to let him go to the inside so that we can have the inside line for turn 2. I tell you what, we could do this, yeah. We could do this. A tiny little, 2 tiny little bits of contact there. 2 tiny little bits of contact. Have I got enough to move across? Yes, I do. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Another tiny little bit of contact there. No! No! Can't do that. Cannot do that. He was just a bit too desperate to win this race, wasn't he? We had some really good racing with him earlier. He's just a bit too desperate to win this race. Nah. 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 Ah. What do we reckon of that? What do we reckon of that? Is that a penalty for him there or not? I don't know what. I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one. Oh man, that's a shame to have ended on a race such on like a sour note. But the thing is that at the time, well, we had the little bit of contact, which is always difficult to judge exactly in sim racing because of there is always the inevitable underlying excuse of just cop out of internet issues. But at the point where we were alongside, he then didn't have to give me the space because he was alongside, but he only got alongside because of that initial bit of contact. let's very quickly watch the replay. Then we need to get entered again. So someone please let me know when we hit 59. That was interesting, that. That was very interesting. So... Okay, so here we go then. He goes for the move. He breaks a bit earlier. There's the contact there, which nudges me a bit further into the corner than we'd have liked. No. I don't think there's any angle that makes that excusable. I don't feel like there is. I don't feel like there is. There's the contact. Does any angle make that look good? Does any angle make that look good? There's the contact again. He's pinned us straight into the wall. You can't do that. No, I just disagree with that altogether there. I disagree with that altogether. There is no clip or angle or replay that makes that look like fair racing at all, I don't think. That one especially makes it look really bad, which it is. I'm not the only one, right? I can't be the only one. Push to pass, I agree. 10-second penalty for the Italian. We win the race. Steward's decision. There we go. There we go. That, apart from the ending of that race, was absolutely mega. We cannot let our desperation to win a race ruin good races like that. I would much rather finish second, but have a good battle than win the race having just put somebody into the wall. What do we get out of that? I will never, ever know. Unbelievable. Right then. We go straight back in again. Straight back in. I'm sticking with the Lexus. I don't care what anyone says. Let's go blue this time. Yeah, stick with the Lexus. Let's go. Right, we might only stream tonight, I think, until 9 PM. I've got a lot of work to try and do before we go away on holiday next week. So I'm trying to get videos edited, videos, scripts written, videos planned, videos signed off for clients, clients getting invoiced before I go. We've got it all to try and do. So I might, we'll see how we get on, we might finish up at 9, because then I can edit that video that we've just had for that race. I can edit that video to go out tomorrow, which would be good. Rightio, let's, see, I need to come off the brakes. Take the speed off more than that so I can come off the brakes earlier. Right, get your, we're not even going to finish this lap. What am I talking about? Gosh. Yeah, we'll not even finish this lap, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Should we do this? Should we start on the hard tyres and then go on to the mediums? We will do one lap on the hard tyres if we want, and we can try that strategy. Do we think? Right, hard tyres, do we think? I think that's what we said on the last race, so... Right, we're going to go one lap. One lap, one lap. Right, let's tell the Italian Let's have a clean race. Where is it? Let's have a clean race. Should we just spam that in the chat a million times? Right, we know the score by now. Predictions in the chat. What do we reckon? Starting P4, we are in the Partridge Mobile. We are in the Lexus. I don't know if you saw it in the very bottom, just underneath me. It might have appeared if I wouldn't have cropped it over it. But the Italian in the chat says I am a beginner. Now we don't believe that, do we? We do not believe that. Here we go then. Straight to the inside for that one. We'll have that. The Italians lost the position. Look at this. Here we go. Oh, he's almost lost the car as well. We'll give him that. That was a good save. Now he might be starting on the hard tyres, to be fair, because that's what he done on the last race. Should we just do the exact same to him now? We've got the opportunity to do the funniest thing here, by the way, everyone. Should we just do the same thing? Oh, no. We went a little bit too far. We did have the opportunity to do the funniest thing, but we didn't. I'll do it on the next lap. Right, do we pit this lap? I think we're going to pit this lap, do the rest of the race on the mediums. Actually, that feels, in all honesty, it feels a little bit too risky. I'm going to go maybe one more. I think comfortably we can get 11 laps. Well, that's enough to put you off. That's enough to put you off. What on earth was that? Right, it's all gone mental now. It's all gone mental now. I should have pitted. Can't believe that. How unlucky is that? How unlucky is that? We would never have predicted that any of that would have happened there. The big glitch, everybody crashing into each other. We could never have predicted any of that there. Damn it. Right, we got some serious work to do now for a recovery race here. this is just what we need. Who remembers Jojo the Frenchman? He's featured in a few videos of ours, none of which for good reason. You think I'm pitting too soon? Nah, we managed to get 8 or 9 laps comfortably out of the mediums on the last race, and we were still only within a couple of tenths of our fastest lap. So I think they can last. You need to look after them, but I think they can last. I think pitting early might just give us a chance of a half decent kind of undercut if we stay out of the rest of the trouble. We can only give it a go. We'll soon find out. But basically we want to get this gap to below 17 seconds to know that we've cleared the leader in terms of his pit stops. Actually, through that first left-hander, as you go up, you actually can push that quite a bit more than you'd maybe think. Oh, that was what I didn't want to do. .19 seconds. We've only got to cover 2 more seconds, and anybody, well, pretty much at the minute, anybody that pits in front of us, we've got covered now, except for the leader and maybe P2. Yeah, we're in the RC, John. The RCF. Look at the size. You can't quite see it. See the size of that daddy long there? How does that get in the office door, man? If that daddy long leg starts crawling on my leg. Oh, it has! Get away! Oh! Can you see it? No! Go away! Oh, I felt it just crawling up my leg straight away. Can you see? Where's it gone? Yeah, go sit on the lights. Oh, man! Not when I'm trying to race. This is not what we want. Deary me. Honestly, it's so annoying. I've got to have the door open for the aircon. It's like a portable aircon unit, so it needs the pipe thing going out a door or a window. And because I don't have windows, I've got to have the door open. But I've got it like tied as tightly shut as I can, and I've got the net over it. You know, like the fly stopper net thing. And yet they still get in. Honestly, do my head in. Oh, Alex just got into the pits there. Just. It's only a spider. Not when it's flying and trying to land on my face or microphone or steering wheel. Oh no, same again. Same again. I hope that on their screens that doesn't look like I've just went and kind of like barreled my way through. I need to get past this guy now. Guessing he's on the hard tyres as well. Right, 17 seconds to the leader. Anybody that pits, including him, we have got covered. It's just then a case of defending when we've got it. So the undercut at the moment has, or would work in theory. There you go, he goes into the pits now. So we'll come out in front of him by a few seconds, I'd have thought. As long as we can just keep half decent, comfortable pace on the mediums, we should be alright. I've not, John. Never watched that film, never heard of it. I don't know. Well, I'm going to guess it's about spiders, but I was going to say I don't know what it is. 14.9, 0.8, 0.7. .5. We're closing the gap quite nicely now. So just to try and get an understanding in terms of the gaps, where is the Italian? He's probably between 2.5 to 3 seconds behind. So it'll be interesting to see here if he manages to catch up at all. Because he's got traffic between us as well, which is good. Pointless trying to work with him on a slipstream there or bum drafting because we are already going way quicker. I think this undercut could be working a treat here. We've got a long way to go on these tyres though. Still a long way to go. At the minute, I think I need to start trying to look after them rather than push and close this gap anymore. .3. Right, Mello into the pits. We got Tolan in front here, who I don't think's been in either. when you get that corner right, you'd be surprised how good second gear is there to just carry you through it full throttle. That slow right-hander for the bridge. I think it's a bridge anyway, it looks like it. Right on the back of them now. Ah, no! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Right, Nero's catching up. I would probably say that the half-second barrier penalty is, let's be fair, unfair. Nero catching. He might be the next challenger for the race win here. He'll be pushing a bit quicker if he knows that we've got a penalty as well. Although I don't know if he has been into the pits, because I think we did pass him sort of like quite earlier on at the start of the race. So I don't know what he's been up to yet. Yeah, I was probably a bit too close going into the chicane, definitely. Can't be that close. I thought I'd be able to see enough through his windscreen, which I kind of could. I knew on entry that I'd got it wrong, to be honest. I knew on entry I'd got it wrong. Right. I think this is going to be a downshift, I reckon. Yeah. Right, 3 more laps. Nero behind us, 1.5. He's closing rapidly now. Ah, so interesting. When you're actually able to take a bit more speed through that first left-hander, the right-hander becomes so much easier because then you're not trying to get on the power as much. You're already carrying quite a bit of that speed. So then the acceleration in second isn't as bad because you're borderline up to third. So you're not spinning the wheels round as much. Very interesting, that. Right, can we just try and defend? Can we do enough in 2 laps to hold on to this race? We're really sliding a lot through that run to the chicane there. We have took the quicker than Nero though. Right, I don't have cornering speed anymore, so I'm having to rely on trying to V-cut that one a little bit more. G. Oh, I thought you already said it. I thought you already said hello, G. No? Have I got that wrong? Oh, it was G Note, I think. I apologise, I'm getting these mixed up. Oh. Right, this will put us out onto the final lap of the race. Having to use engine brake and to get us slowed down. He's right alongside us there. I didn't see that until the very last second once we started turning in. My front left is absolutely done for here. .340, 320, below 3/10 now. Oh, he's gone for it there. I wasn't expecting him to go for it there. I don't think that's the best move, because now, thankfully, we can have the slipstream and maybe get back at him here. Oh, he's to the inside. Well placed. I'll give him that. Well placed. He might have the race win here. I don't think I can battle this one back. I don't quite think I can battle this one back. Now I'm going to get into the mindset of the driver here. That's two big dives that he's gone for. Both all fair enough. But if he's willing to go for a dive, he might think that we are. So let's try and... Oh, we're a bit too far back to try and sell him on a dummy here. Unless we go just for the double negative and I actually do go for a dive from that far back. Yeah, I think he's done it. I think he's going to have done enough here. All I can do is absolutely... Oh, no! I was going to say, all I can do is absolutely launch it through the chicane. That first left-hander, I've kicked the back end out before we've even got to the dangerous part. Oh, disaster. Disaster. Well raced, Nero. I think one more lap on the hard tyres, and that would have been the quickest way we could have done that race. Because look at that, we're in the very low 140s still on the mediums. And our fastest laps on the hards was 140s. It's one of them where it just depends on how the race unfolds. If you've got cars in front of you that you're a big enough of a gap that you can benefit from the slipstream, and you get 2, 3, 4 laps of that on the hard tyres, then maybe that's actually the quicker way. You never know with racing. And that's the important thing. But we started, what was that, P4, P5? We dropped down a few positions after a weird start to the race. And so to recover that the way that we did, 1,000 IQ recovery race. That's worked out pretty well. Great racing with Nero as well. We always do have good racing with him. We always have a few moments as well. We end up in lobbies quite a bit together, so there's good and bad. If there's a pile-up, it seemed that me or him will always end up in it. But that was pretty decent. Happy with that. That is not too bad. Now, we got an SR down in that, but I think that was the penalty for the barrier hit on the chicane, wasn't it? So, yeah, blame the spider. I definitely lost. Don't know where it's gone now. Could you actually see it on the camera though? Spacco 3000, the Italian, I don't know if you can see that there, said that we are dirty. What have we? I don't understand what's going on. We've now got a rivalry which I don't even know how it began. Other than in the previous race where he definitely put us into the wall in order to win the race after he binned it and cost himself a load of time and we got back in front. But, you know, that's just my version of events. Who knows? Right, let's get a bit more quali done then. So I don't think that we'll manage to complete both laps here. We might be a couple of seconds short of completing the last lap. But get your guesses in. What will our quali time be? What will our lap in purple be? Yeah, don't forget to change tyres. I will not do that. Or I will not forget. Maybe he's a smidge too wide there. Absolutely decimated the gearbox using some engine braking on that one. Ah, no! Start again, start again, start again, start again. Whatever lap time we complete here, if it is quicker, we will not take it into the race. Because we'll be, yeah, crossing the line as it hits zero, pretty much. That was going to be an alright lap, that, I thought. Australian, how we doing? Great racing with you, mate. Absolutely. Australian, have you raced against... Because we haven't quite worked him out yet. There's an Italian in there called... He won the race in the last lobby. Called Spacco 3000. S-P-A-C-C-O 3000. Have you seen him? Have you raced against him? What's the verdict? Because we had a race against him. And it was a very good race until literally the last lap. Here, right here, he shoved us into the wall. And then in that last race called us dirty, but I don't think we even were anywhere near him in that last race. So I'm trying to figure him out. He's an enigma so far. Oh, Australian, thank you so much, mate, for the donation there. Is that 129? Thank you so much, mate. What an absolute hero. No need for that. Oh, the good racing on track is more than enough. Thank you so much, buddy. Very, very kind. It's going to hit zero here. Oh, we do improve our time. 38.3. Saw him push me. There we go. Well, yeah, okay. We have evidence. Are you in this one, Australian? Or no, I don't think you are. Is it actually called check crowns? Is that how it's said? As in like a crown what goes on your head? Is that how it's pronounced as well? If so, that's a cool currency. Oh, I didn't change tyres. Damn it. That is how it's pronounced. There we go. That's cool. You're off. No worries at all, Australian. Thank you so much. Enjoy the race, buddy. I will do. If you do any more racing yourself, please do enjoy as well. Thank you so much, buddy. I will catch you in a little bit. What a hero. What a hero. Strat of starting on the mediums is better. Interesting. Well, we started on the hards on the last one, but we've done like we've done 2 laps. Then we came in, we've done the rest of the race on the mediums. And that one did work pretty well, although that was a recovery race because we had all sorts of carnage happening in front. Yeah, well, we give this one a go on the mediums. We're trying a bit of everything tonight, really. We're finally actually having some good races, though, because I've gone weeks and weeks, months and months with having really bad races. We tried to live stream on Friday. I had every intention of doing a 12-hour massive long live stream. Honestly, I got 3 hours into that. I was like, I'm actually either going to drive an actual car into a wall if I have to put up with this anymore, or I can just try and give myself some sanity. P1's binned it. It's a good start for us. We're up to P4. Right, we do have to push, though, just in case these guys are on hard tyres or starting on hard tyres, because we made the mistake of racing hard tyre runners at the start and not breaking away quickly enough, basically. Trying to keep the steering input as minimal as possible to not absolutely wear down those fronts. Please give the stream a like. Absolutely, look at that. Australian's doing a better job than me of running this stream. Thank you so much, buddy, for the reminder. Oh, we might get a double overtake here. That's something worth liking for. Actually, no, we will get neither. Fair enough. Well, it was looking promising. Still like the stream anyways, even if we didn't get the double overtake. I beg you. Oh, we almost went off the track there. I was very much going to just sit behind him and have the slipstream, and then he went off, so I put an end to that. I feel like I've got things nailed in this Lexus. I feel pretty comfortable in the Lexus now. I wasn't expecting to go for that. It looked like we'd gone for a bit of a dive. Try and have him on the exit rather than trying to have him on entry. Oh, he's almost gone into us there. There's an armful of opposite locks sending him the other way. Right, let's try and run clear here. Let's try and do a Verstappen on this race and get out of here. That's a bit better as well. Going silent now. We're going to try and push on. Yeah, I probably would agree. Doing the stint on the mediums later is going to be better because you're running less fuel. Even if it's one lap less fuel, it's got to be better. But then, as we say, it depends on what happens in front of you. We've seen how quickly that changes our race, or whether a aggressive Italian decides to push you into the wall. It's not going to matter what tyres you're on then. So, I suppose it just depends on the lobby you're in at the time, and that's one thing you can never control or predict. Come on, try and build as big a gap as we can. Or just be as quick as we can. Doesn't really matter if you're building the gap to P2 if the people who have started at the back are going to end up undercutting you. Doesn't really matter what the gap is then, does it? But as long as we can just be as quick as possible. I've got to say, this is the first time in a long while that I've enjoyed actually racing on Gran Turismo. If we can be lapping around the 30... Oh, there's another daddy long leg here, or another critter of some kind. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. Right, well that was a 1.7 or something second gap that we've now lost. We've got to keep going. Now we outbraked there, and just as well we did, because those two guys, one of them was right behind us. So if we did brake on time, he'd have ploughed us into the wall there, I think. Yeah, there could be some worse spiders to have. I'd rather have none at all. Distraction more than anything. Trying to think of every possible excuse for why I might bin this at some point. Mate lives in Sydney. A seriously dangerous spider living... What, living with him or just in his house and he's accepted that it's there? Living in his kitchen. Oh, no. No, no, no. I couldn't be doing that. No, thank you. Mind you, I also wouldn't want to take the risk to try and move it, so God knows what I'd do. I'd probably just move out, I think. I'd probably just go, right, you own this house now. Sign the deeds over to the spider. And be done. Feeding it all sorts. I'd just rather, well, yeah, I'd just rather not do that, to be fair. Anything that I could do to not make that my living situation, I would. Where are we at in terms of lap times here? I think we're still pretty much on the cusp with those 140s, aren't we? So there's a mid 139. That's all right. That I'll stick with the mediums for now because I don't think we're setting 39s at all on the hard tyres. Do you? I mean, we might be, but I'm probably not going to know about it because I'm not going to want to change at the minute. It's going to be about as good as I can take that chicane on these tyres. Oh, that final corner is absolutely horrible. Always, always horrible. This might be another 39 here, I think. Yeah, another 39. Happy with this. At least one more. And then we'll drop down onto the hard tyres. Look at that, we still pulled a 5.5 second gap out after having close to a 2 second gap. I think it was just over 1.5, 1.78, something like that. Pulled another gap back. I might do some of these might do some DR resets a bit more often. No, it's not a DR reset, it was an SR reset initially. We definitely dropped a load of DR in the from the last stream. Finishing at the back of the grid literally every race for 6 races running, or however many we did. I think now we come into the pits. Let's do 3 laps on the hard tyres. First lap will be pretty sketchy. Right, let's go. Right, wow, we're clear here as well. Look at this. But we now need to be watching for anybody pushing through and catching up, because they could potentially close. Not necessarily 7 seconds in 3 laps, like fairly easily, but they could still pull 3 or 4 seconds out. And then if I make a mistake or lose a bit of time, I'm going to guess that like one of the potential main runners has dropped out of the race. Shenanigans set the fastest lap, he's just quit. Look at that, we're a 1.5 seconds down on our fastest lap, not necessarily down. Ah! Piss off! It landed on my hand. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. God's sake. No. Binning it now. Binning it now. Come on. Size of them crawlies, man. Get away. Horrible. Right, we got 6-second gap. Unless another daddy long leg decides to try and land. You should have seen that on the. Surely you would have saw that on the camera though, yeah? Did you see that or not? Do not bin it. Come on, we've got a race to win here. First one in a long, long time. Yeah, no, if I binned it because of the spider, honestly, it would not surprise it. I think I'm concentrated enough that even if there was a spider there, I'm locked in at this point now to at least see it across the line. My goodness, we've got to see it across the line. There we go. Right, thank goodness for that. We've got ourselves a race win. We have done it. Ugh, horrible spiders. Or daddy long legs. They come in all the time. Honestly, it's every time. I don't even really have that many light. We've got this light on here and obviously the colour lights, but the room itself's dark. I've got all of the windows blacked out. But they always come in. I'm going to try and shut that door off a bit more. Right, that one was well done. That one was decent, that. Just going to make a very quick note on my phone for a task to do. Right, we'll have to get straight back into the next one. I reckon we'll do one more. We'll do one more race. One more race. Come on. I'm encouraged now. I'm encouraged. Right, let's go. Same again, straight back in. I'm going to try and go for one quick hot lap. I would have thought about changing cars, but I'd rather us get some good results. Rather than try and like jump in the McLaren or something. Right then, let's go. Mustang improved on the last update. Is that update actually out? I don't think that update's out yet, though, is it? Oh, it's definitely not, actually. Or do you mean on the 1.63? Was that the last one? Is that the one you mean? The 1.64, the major update, that's not out yet, is it? But I think, is that coming end of October, maybe? Something like that? Hold my breath through that corner there, trying to get as much power down, but not too much. Trying to take this flat, slight little lift there to get turned in. That's decent. That's decent. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, 38.1. We'll take that. Let's go for another lap. I don't think we'll cross the line in time, but we'll go for it just in case we do. Just under a tenth up. Come on. Oh, nah. Right, all I can do is just, for a laugh, try and take this flat now. Well, that went really, really well. That went really well. I think you can take that flat if you're, like, pixel perfect, but, I am not. So I can't do it. Ugh, I have something in my water. Ugh. Don't know what it was. Hope that hasn't, like, fallen from the ceiling or something. A spider! It'll probably be a spider. Right, what do we think? We're starting P2. Hard tyres or medium tyres? Hard tyres or medium tyres? Let me know very, very quickly. I'm going to put hard tyres on just in case, because I have a feeling that's what we will probably want to try. We got 10 seconds. Let me know. Hard tyres, medium tyres. Yeah, John's saying hard. Spiders, eggs, yeah. Don't say that. Probably is as well. Probably is as well. Right, let's go. Come on. Feeling confident. Come on. Feeling confident. P2, we're on the hard tyres though. We've got to remember that. I reckon that Delta lap, or our planned lap, is going to be lap 3. Lap 3, just to be safe. And if we can just stay behind the Frenchman for, you know, a nice slipstream. Oh, he's in the Porsche, so we might actually get past him on the straight. We've got a Mercedes behind us. This auto drive thing, this is glitching here. This is glitching, I think. Oh no, it's not. That looked like it had glitched. It seemed a bit strange. Right, okay, away we go. Not quite contact from behind, but he was very close there, especially after we lose a little bit of time and start sliding. I did see him get knocked into our path. That was a smidge of contact from behind on that one. Probably just braking a bit earlier than he wants, considering we are on the hard tyres. At first instance, that tells me that he might be on the mediums. The pace of these guys on the mediums, if they try and outbrake us here, might tell us that they're on the mediums. Oh, I've messed that right up there. It's alright, we're still within a second. Still within a second. He can't be very happy with that angle there because he's gone very, very deep into that corner. He's had to back off a lot. There we go. Right, and a good run. Come on. Come on. Never want them tyres on the other side of that curb. Whoa! He's turned in way earlier than I think you ever really would do for that corner, no? Well, through goes Hamilton. Good race, and he's going to get the switch back here. And he might have us on the straight line, the Mercedes here. That was an interesting attack. A very interesting attack. Losing a lot of time. I think I could definitely come into the pits now anyway and get ourselves onto the mediums. Which might be enough to frazzle anybody who's on the mediums already, and they'll be thinking, damn it, I haven't managed to break a gap with that guy on the hard tyres. You know, the same thing that happens to us every race. Where we go, right, we've pulled a gap, and then it turns out he was on like the worst tyre the whole time. Oh. Right, here we go. Here we go. Moment of truth now. Onto the mediums. Let's see what happens. The problem is we got quite a bit of field spread. We got quite a bit of field spread here. I'm going to come out in traffic now. I'm going to come out in traffic, I think. Or I'm going to catch up to that traffic pretty quickly. Which is a bit of a killer. That traffic's only going to be about 4 seconds up the road. Let's just keep making time to the leader though. Right, a few people coming off the hard tyres as well. We just want to get this gap down to 17 seconds to the leader, so we know we're definitely out in front when he comes into the pits. Actually, when you kind of like just crash straight over those curbs there, the bumps aren't as bad as what you would think. I don't think Gran Turismo's quite got the physics nailed of like what height means of a curb. Because surely enough, if you drove straight over them, your front tyres would be pretty much in line with your rears, I would say. Those curbs are definitely higher than the bump out of the car, so like the bottom front splitter of the car. They would definitely be enough to just crumple a car up, I reckon. Or at least that's what it looks like visually on the game. Oh, we clipped the wall there. Gap down to 19 seconds though. Right, this is where we're now catching up to traffic, so my bright idea might not be a bright idea for very long. Two people going into the pit. Oh no, he doesn't. He's sold. Well, he sold me the dummy as well there. Charles Berserk has done. I reckon I can have that. I reckon I can have that. We've got enough of a... barrier collision? Really? I probably will take the rap on that one. I maybe sliced over the front end a bit too quickly, I think. Not realising that he was there. I thought he would have given up that position. I've probably just assumed wrongly there, which is not very good form, so I will take the penalty. Here's our race leader then, or the guy who was the race leader. And still is the, on paper, race leader. But I didn't manage to see what tyres he was on and what he's now on. That one also questionable. That might, I think that one might be my fault, really. If I look back at that, I might end up thinking that it was very obviously my fault. Because it was me trying to take the outside, so maybe I never had the right of... might have never had the right of way there. See what you think. Oh, there's the race leader, hit the wall. And he's got a half-second penalty. Perfect. So now we're both going to serve a penalty. He's not going to serve it yet, but we're going to sit right behind him now. But Jojo, this is the problem now. Jojo is still well up the racetrack. And when he comes into the pits, we might not have him cleared. Which we want to make sure that we have. Just try and get this gap down. If we get it below 18, we should still come out in front of him. It's then just a bit more of a bit more of a battle to try and hold on. Especially if he does come out on the mediums, which he would be pitting now. If he was coming out on the mediums, he'd be pitting now. Seconds. Jojo is quick, yeah. We have had some races with him though where it's not been the cleanest of racing. So if we do come out side by side, if it's the guy that I'm thinking of, I'm sure Jojo is the name that we've ended up talking about quite a bit on some of our videos on the channel from live streams. That's not going to do enough to keep him caught up, is it? Track limits, interesting. Very interesting. That might have just been enough to throw the race away, to be honest. It probably is. Oh, I've not driven the best on this one, which is frustrating. Nah, butchered it now. Absolutely butchered it now. Come on, we can still possibly do this. Jojo is on the mediums. He's coming in. After that, he's definitely not going to come out behind us, though. Come on, we started P2. At the very least, we want P2 back, but I've had a disastrous race here. There he is there, coming out the pits. 5 seconds down the road. We're in P3. Come on. This could have been worse considering the penalties and mishaps that I've had. .3.1 the gap. Come on. Can we be 1 second per lap quicker or thereabouts versus him on the hard tyres? Everton 1-0 up against West Ham. I forgot that game was going on tonight, yeah. Is that, that'll be full time now though, is it? It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. .4, come on. We're closing. We're gaining a lot in the straight line as well. We've got the quicker car on the straight. .3, 2.2. I love counting down the numbers like that when you just see them closing and closing and closing. 2.1. Losing a bit of time there actually. 2.2. has been quite a bit of that, hasn't there? Glitching and jumping about the racetrack. Gap down to 2 seconds. They're trying to slipstream and battle each other here. This could be a good chance for a win. What do we reckon? 2 seconds the gap. .8. This is still a lot to do in 3 laps. 2.5 laps. .9, 1.8. Come on, do we think we can do it? Do we think we can do it? .7. .8 still. Oh, back to 1.8. Now that was a scraping of the barrier. If I get a penalty for that one, that's brutal. Right, here we go. Last 2 laps. I'm going to try and V-cut this one. I want to go a little bit deeper in. V-cut it out. Focus on speed. Speed and power. Speed and power. Come on. Yeah, this lap here might just be the very limit, I think, of these medium tyres now. Now we're starting to drop off. Oh, too deep. By the way, this just goes to show how quick those guys are, because for a moment in time they were scrapping, they were fighting. And they're, I think, both on the hard tyres. Yeah, a couple of mistakes from me in this one, a couple of penalties. Could have definitely gone a bit better had I not had those, but I'll take a podium. I think we'll go for one more race, we might as well. Another cracking podium, definitely. Not too shabby. We'll go for another one. One more, John says, definitely. Yeah, let's do it then. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. How are they... How's it like 9:30 and they've only played 60 minutes? Knackered, but you'll stay up for another hour. Love it. Oh, it's ones each now. 8 PM kickoff. Ones each. Oh, sounds like it's been an alright game then. Or is it literally just clawed that back? The Arsenal-Newcastle game, how devastating was that, man? Unbelievable. John will be equally as unhappy as me because he's a Tottenham fan. Yeah, that was a weird race, that one. A few mistakes creeping in, being a little bit silly from me in places. Let's go straight back in the RCF. Go again. Right, we will get 2 laps in this time. If I can get that down, I mean, 2/10 is a lot to take out, but if we can get that down to a 37, be happy with that. Let's go. Just out of curiosity, or where were we at in terms of lap times? Because if we're well off, look at that, Sparks for 37.3, unbelievable. 36 point, how am I 1.6 pretty much off the leaders? Crazy. Crazy. I always do struggle for out and out finite top 1% pace round here. As shown right there. Right, we're not going to have time to restart it though, so let's just go. Go, go, go. Top 600 though, yeah, not too bad. See if we can improve any more. Get down on the power early here on a lot of these corners is what it's all about. I've been struggling trying to work that one out, whether really trying to attack it early, carry a lot more speed in, but then you do sacrifice through so much of that sector. Oh, that got us slowed down. No! That got us slowed down pretty nice there. Keeping it in 5th as well there. Just seeing if that would have helped or worked. Definitely should have been, could have been down on the power earlier there. Oh wow, that was well off. That one felt like an alright lap. That was so far off. Although I did lose a lot of time here. Yeah, a bit distracting having a ghost car right in front of you for the chicane there. We're all right though. Yeah, just not enough, not enough. West Ham look like scoring every time they go forward. Yeah, a bit different from recent form, innit? If I watched too much football, I'd end up start betting on everything. That's the problem. I do that too much already with the F1. Because I'll start watching a match and then I might go, oh, this is pretty boring. But then if I've got bets on it, it's what makes me stick around to watch the full game. Right, final race of the stream, starting P2, and we're on the hard tyres. We are on the hard tyres again, so we just can't lose too much time early doors scrapping. Chelsea won, Brighton 3 on Saturday. What was the score with that? Because they had a man sent off, Chelsea, didn't they? Or am I thinking the right game? Is that game? Yeah, what was the score? Oh, it was 3-1. Oh, get in. Right, let's go. Nearly missed the start there. I forgot what I was doing. Right. Let's go. Starting on the hard tyres again. Here we go. Hoping for the best. Whilst expecting the worst. God, that's don't want to be sliding there. Fourth gear, 110 mile an hour, full throttle. Not the place to be sliding about. Right, I'm going to force him to go defensive, to go the inside here, so we can have the slightly better run. All the way out wide. Oh, not quite. Yeah, it didn't quite work out, that one, the way that I thought it was going to. I get the feeling, considering we're catching up and staying on the back of him, this guy might be on hard tyres as well. I think he has started on hard tyres. We've got Mad Max behind us. This is going to be, or this could be a good race. I really hope that it is. I was going to say, ideally here, you would want us two working together on this straight just to try and keep the gap from Max behind. Right, we've got the move early doors. Let's go. Let's go. Clean air out in front now. Try and hold this. Try and hold this for another 2 laps before we come in. Oh, he's behind us. Bit of contact. We're all good. Too much curb there, as we can see. Too much curb. Has he gone? Oh, he's gone! He's binned it, he's binned it, he's binned it. He's binned it, he's binned it. Right, now realistically here for us, our race, I think, is Mad Max. I think it's them anyways. Right, the fact that we've set the fastest lap of a 41 tells me most people now are starting on the hard tyres. Although we'll see if a few people start to beat that, because I guess we are first, so we've only just crossed the line. Everyone else will be following. Next fastest lap, though, still a 140.20. 140.2. Right, since I am the one out front at an 40, I'm going to go one more lap, just so we're not absolutely butcher, you know, on a butchered set of mediums come the end of the race. We've not got anyone in front costing us any time. It's not the end of the world to do another lap here. It would have been there if I didn't hold on to that, though. Yeah, definitely boxing end of this lap. But I just think we can afford to do 4 here. No. 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 No! There is Mad Max, right on us. That is our race there. That 2 seconds that we've just lost could prove to be pretty crucial. Surely we're all right for pit lines there, because surely it's got to be the line on the inside of the track, not the outside. Surely that can't be a penalty for track limits. If it is, that's us done. That can't be a penalty for track limits. Please do not be a penalty for track limits. Please, 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 please. Thank Christ. Hallelujah. Yeah, exactly. Right, Max is on. I think we can definitely agree the medium tyres. Now, his overall pace is as quick as us, if not a smidge quicker. I definitely wouldn't say that I am faster than him, I don't think. But when he comes onto the hard tyres at the end of the race, that's where, my Christ, we've got to work hard to make the most of it there. Any half a tenth or a tenth that we can gain on him now absolutely pays us back tenfold later down the line. Anything that we can gain back now. We want to get this gap under 18 seconds for us to come out in front. Anybody that pits between me and Max, so those three between us, we will definitely clear and come out in front of. That is a huge chunk of time there. 3/10 lost minimum. Thank goodness for ghosting. Right, that's Jojo out the race. Baxter comes into the pits. We'll clear him. He's going out onto the mediums now, though, so he will be a threat. And then this is going to save us a little bit of time here. We got a nice slipstream from someone a second up the road. Gap back down now to 18.2. Losing a load of time to get that overtake done. Losing a lot of time to get that overtake done, but we're clear now. .7. Try and just claw out. He's on the same tyres as us at the moment. Try to just claw out 7/10. What's our gut feeling on this? Do we reckon we can do it? You can be honest and say no. What's our gut feeling? I think Max might just have the edge on us overall. We're gaining time on him in the chicane. It'll be close, it will be, definitely. That wasn't quite what I asked, John. You've avoided the question very well there. But yeah, it will be close. 17 seconds is where you want to be to absolutely get out in front of them from the pit stop. But by the time our tyres are on lap 12, lap 13, that's kind of the crossover stage on the hards. Gap down to 17.5. He might have made a mistake here. He will be at that point now on his mediums, where they're pretty uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, but still slightly quicker than the hards. .1. Gap below 17 seconds. Come on. 16.8. He comes into the pits now. Moment of truth now. Moment of truth. Come on. Do not mess this up. Do not mess this up. Do not mess this up. Look for him. Look for him. Look for him. Where's he gone? He's still in the pits. He's still in the pits. What's happened there? Has he had a bad entry in, do we think? What has happened there? But we got this guy now, just behind us within a second, chasing us down. This is going to be 4 laps of having this Spaniard hunt down the race win. We've got to do our absolute best to defend. Hunt or punt, yeah. Which way is he going to try and get this race win? 3 more laps to go. Which way does he approach this one? Right behind us now. He's got very good pace. Obviously the Nissan GTR is very good out of the corners, if not a bit too good and a bit too powerful. So hopefully he spins it before we have to worry about putting up any kind of defence. I'm going to go to the inside on this one here. Oh, he's gone for the switch back there. Oh, no, he hasn't. Yeah, well, he did. He went for the double switch. He went back to the inside there once I'd moved across. And then he decided to stay where he was. A little hit of the wall, but he's still in our slipstream. Right, very obvious that he's going to go for the move here. Never really the best place to go for it, the final corner. But we're going to make sure that we then drag him all the way down the straight. I should have gone, though, to the other side. Good battling so far. Good battling so far. Can't let him run away with it now, though. He's definitely got a fresher set of medium tyres. But we can't let him run away with it. Oh, yes. Go, go, go. He's going to hit the chicane. Are you talking about him or me? I think we both know who's definitely going to hit the chicane, and it probably isn't him. Right, this is the one, though, where we can just try and drag him. You can see that front left just doesn't want to turn there. Slipstream and drag him down to turn 1. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's defended the outside. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. Have we forced him too deep? Have we forced him too deep? We might have done. See if we can get to the inside here. Oh, we're never going to be alongside enough if we try and go to the inside there. Great battle. Great battle. That was an interesting one, that, because he kind of like braked early enough that made me go to the inside almost like for the move, but I didn't want to go for it there. I will take the chicane better than him. I will take the chicane better than him. I will take the chicane better than him. I'm not going to take the chicane better than him. Ah, no! He's raced that so well there. He has raced that so unbelievably well. Yeah, well played, well defended, well raced. Hats off to the Spaniard. Unbelievably well raced. Ah, every turn, every corner, every straight, you think, oh, I should have done that differently, should have done that differently. And that's where your racecraft comes into it, knowing when to be patient, knowing when to be aggressive, when to defend, when to attack. And he's done really well at making me make the decisions that I didn't want to make. Yeah, really good racing there. That's peak Gran Turismo, that is. That's what we want from Gran Turismo. We just need more of that. And for me as well, this stream, I'm so glad, because we've got a couple of weeks off now before I go away on holiday. And for the past literally 2 or 3 months, The streams have been amazing. Everyone's been amazing in the chat. We've all had a good laugh and everything. But the actual races on the streams have been absolute garbage. The combos themselves have been decent, but just either the racing's been awful, either I've driven awfully. We've had a really bad run of races, and that is a good turnaround, I think. And so I'm really happy with that, and really happy with tonight's stream, which I haven't been able to say that for a long, long while. That was a good race. What a tremendous race with the Spaniard there. Tremendous. Hats off to him. Fair play. Fair racing. Fair game and a fair win. I'll be watching the replays back thinking, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. That was a really good race. And if only all races in Gran Turismo were like that, we'd have no complaints. But the bad races make you appreciate the good ones. So there we go. On that note, we will wrap things up. Oh man, unbelievable stuff. That's one of those streams where you don't want it to end. 3 hours has flown by there, whereas 3 hours on Friday, trying to race Daily Race C, was like just cripplingly painful, gut-wrenchingly painful races. Absolutely horrible. So I've really enjoyed that one, and hopefully everyone's enjoyed it on the stream as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so, please do hit the like button on the stream. If you haven't done so already as well, please do make sure you are subscribing. Not long now until our pilot series begins. We've got 4 weeks until our pilot series launches, and honestly, I absolutely cannot wait for that. That is for me, this pilot series that goes out in November. When I come back from holiday, we'll have a couple of weeks, a week and a half until the first episode. That pilot series for me is just going to be awesome. The videos themselves, the challenges, everything that we're doing, I'm so happy and really excited about. But just for me to get that out into the world, even if nobody watches it, for me to be able to sit and watch it by myself and just say, yes, we've done that. We, as a little production agency and a little team, have put together the best videos that we possibly can. I honestly cannot wait to share them. And I cannot wait to see them get 0 views, but, you know. It's going to be on the channel, John. It's going to be on the channel. So every Sunday in November, I think, is it the 1st or the 2nd is the first Sunday of November. Every Sunday, there's going to be an episode going out. So if you remember when Top Gear used to air every Sunday, that's going to be us. Yeah, up on the channel. I'm just so buzzing to get that out there, though, because that is going to be like, we can then say, this is what we want to be doing. Out in the real cars, honestly, so much fun. When you're not crashing them, like I did the other week with the M2. But yeah, really good fun. And that's where we want to be, basically. We want to be doing loads of that next year, which we will be. So there we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If I don't see anybody before I go away, if we don't manage to do another stream before I go away, I will be back on, I think it's Tuesday the 22nd that we land. So we'll try and do a stream somewhere there or thereabouts. But it's otherwise probably going to be, maybe it's the last week of October before we do another stream. And knowing my luck, because this always happens, the last 2 holidays that I've done, the Nürburgring has came up as Daily Race C. And I've almost wanted the last time in Mexico, it was the Nürburgring, 24-hour, and it was like 3 or 4 laps. It was a proper long, hour-long race. It was mega, and I missed it because I was on holiday. So I almost flew back. I considered flying back from Mexico, but Layla said no. To do some sim racing. Right, thank you all so much. I will probably catch you on the last week of October. We're still going to be doing some videos going up each week on stuff that well, this week I'm going to be recording some of them. We're going to see if we can go head-to-head against Max Verstappen's quali lap that he's just done in the ADAC, is it called? The NLS racing at the Nürburgring. Or maybe it's his fastest lap from the race. Because qualifying was a damp track, wasn't it? So we might try and find his fastest lap from the race, which was a 7:51, I think. So if we can do that in the GT3s, see if we can beat him. See if we can beat Max Verstappen. There we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will catch you all in a few weeks' time. If you do see any videos going up in the meantime, please do click on them at the very least. Give them a watch, give them a like, give them a share, drop a comment. It all helps the channel more than you know. I will see you all in a few weeks. Thank you once again. Absolute legends. Toodle